Hello everyone, welcome to this video on value stream mapping under the Lean methodology series. Value stream mapping is an extremely powerful Lean tool if used appropriately. To understand this better, let's ask ourselves, what is value? It is actually what the customer is willing to pay for, decided by quality, price and time. A stream is formed by the flow of material and information from design to delivery, and this flow creates value for the customer. Mapping this stream of value is called value stream mapping, or popularly VSM, and it helps identify waste, reduce process cycle time, and implement other process improvement activities. The complete value stream mapping activity is divided into three distinct phases: current state, that is the as-is process; future state, that is the to-be process; and finally the next future state, which is actually the ideal state. So we have discussed about value stream and mapping, but what flows through a value stream? Let's quickly see a few examples. In manufacturing, what flows in the value stream are materials. In design and development, designs flow in the value stream. Talk about the service industry. It is the external customer needs that flow through the value stream. In an internal setup, for example, our administration department at our workplace, internal customer needs are what flows through the value stream. When we map a value stream, there are standard symbols which we use to denote specific events or activities in the stream. There are different categories of such symbols. Let's quickly go through them in the next few slides. The first category would be process symbols. The first one is a customer or supplier icon, which represents the supplier when in the upper left corner of the value stream map, or the customer when it's in the upper right corner of the value stream map. Process. It is a dedicated process flow icon, which means a process, operation, machine or department through which material flows. It represents one department with a continuous internal and fixed flow. The third one is a shared process icon, which means a process, operation, department or work center that other value stream families can share. Next one is a data box icon. It goes under other icons that have significant information, data required for analyzing and observing the system. The last one is the work cell icon. It indicates that multiple processes are integrated in a manufacturing work cell. So these were the process symbols. Let's move on to material symbols now. The first one is an inventory icon, which shows inventory between two processes. Next one is a shipment icon representing movement of raw materials from one point to the other. Third one is a push arrow icon, which represents the pushing of material from one process to the next process. Fourth one is a supermarket icon. Supermarket, so an inventory supermarket. It is also known as a Kanban stock point. The next one is a material pull icon, where supermarkets connect to downstream processes with this pull icon. The next one is a FIFO lane icon. FIFO, as we know, first in, first out inventory. We can use this icon when processes are connected with a FIFO system that limits the input. Next, a safety stock icon, which represents an inventory hedge against problems such as downtime to protect the system against sudden fluctuations in customer orders or system failures. External shipment icon. These are shipments from suppliers or to customers using external transport. The next category of information is symbols, which are actually known as information symbols. The first one is production control. This box represents a central production scheduling or control department, person or operation. Next one is a manual info icon. It's a straight thin arrow which generally shows the flow of information from memos, reports or conversation. Third is an electronic info icon. This wiggle arrow represents electronic flow such as electronic data interchange over the internet, intranets, WANs, etc. Fourth one is a production Kanban icon. This icon triggers production of a predefined number of parts. Next, withdrawal Kanban icon. This icon represents a card or device that instructs a material handler to transfer parts from a supermarket to the receiving process. Then we have the signal Kanban icon, which we can use whenever the on-hand inventory levels in the supermarket between two processes drops to a trigger or minimum point. Next is a Kanban post icon, a location where Kanban signals reside for pickup. Then we have the sequenced pull icon. It represents a pull system that gives instruction to sub-assembly processes. Then we have the load leveling icon, a tool to batch Kanbans in order to level the production volume and mix over a period of time. Then we have the MRP or the ERP icon, which we use to schedule using MRP or ERP or other centralized systems. We have the Go See icon for gathering of information through visual means. Then we have the verbal information icon, which represents verbal or personal information flow. Moving on to the last category of symbols, which is the general symbols. We have the Kaizen burst icon, used to highlight improvement needs and plan Kaizen workshops. We have the operator icon, which represents an operator, shows the number of operators required at any workstation. Then we have the other icon, other useful or potentially useful information. We have the timeline icon, which shows value added time like the cycle time and non-value added time like the wait time. It is used to calculate lead time and total cycle time. So these were different symbols that we have seen in value stream mapping and which we would be regularly using whenever we create a value stream map. Now let's look at some important information here. Good to know information, important information, which is very important for you. So the first one is takt time. So what exactly is takt time? It is the ratio of net available time to customer demand. So net available time to customer demand. Then we have the cycle time. So cycle time, it is the time from when an operation begins to the point of time when the operation ends. Thirdly, we have the lead time. This is the time taken by one unit of the thing to be transformed to go through every step of the process. So if you look at the diagram below, we have the starting point is the order receipt point and the end point is order delivered. So the time between the first and the last point, that is the beginning and the end of the task, is the lead time. During this period, if there is a specific task named operation, then the start and end time of this operation is the cycle time for this particular operation. So I hope this makes clear the difference between what a lead time is and what a cycle time is. Now let's go ahead and see how we map a value stream. So we will take an example for an in-depth understanding of value stream mapping, how we do it. So I will discuss an example from the manufacturing industry and we will try to create a current state value stream map. There is the as is value stream map. So, we have a production control system at the heart of our business. Information is received electronically through monthly forecasts and weekly orders from our customers. The production control system feeds information to the supplier accordingly, and also weekly to the production supervisor. Prior internal information that is available to us is how much time do we have per day per resource. It comes to approximately 450 minutes per day, which we have pinned in here just above the customer icon to the right. Supplier sends a weekly shipment of raw material to the production unit where manufacturing is being done. Production supervisor does a daily manual monitoring of the different tasks or steps involved in converting the raw material to a finished product to be shipped to the customer. Number of operators required for every task is also shown here. We can also map how the material is being pushed from one process to the other through the stream. There is a data box for every task which captures information like cycle time, operator time, equipment time, changeover time, etc. Inventory pileup between any two processes can also be shown using the appropriate symbol. Once the product is ready at task 5 process, it is pushed for shipment to the customer. Depending on how frequently we ship or due to fluctuations in customer order, and inventory might pile up here as well. In this example, we are assuming a daily shipment to the customer. At this point, we can also keep a track of how many pieces need to be shipped per month or per day. Every task has its own cycle time in seconds, which we can show in the map. Wait time in days between each process is also shown here. We can also quickly paste a summary of the highlights of the process here to the left, just below the supplier icon to the left. Once this current state map is ready, a quick analysis with good process knowledge will help us identify the low-hanging fruits. For example, look at the highlighted items here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 is the whole of task 3. We can dig deeper to do a root cause analysis and try to reduce the number of operators for task 2, the inventory volume in the first 2 stages, the cycle time and the time elapsed between 2 processes, and finally whether task 3 is actually required at all. Possibly look at automating the whole of task 3. There could be multifarious possibilities, and these will actually help you to create a future state value stream map, something which you want, how you want your process to be. Once the new process starts stabilizing, we will reach to the ideal state map. Value stream mapping is very beautiful, and if appropriately done, it can change the shape of your business process drastically, and obviously for the better. As a matter of fact, approximately 75 to 90% of the steps in service and administrative processes add no value, causing delays and customer dissatisfaction. So, map the value stream and get leaner. I hope you loved this video on value stream mapping. Thank you very much for taking out time to watch this video. I'm sure you will implement the concept at home as well as at your workplace. Please do share your feedback and suggestions for improvement. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn. If you liked the video, do share it with your friends and family and subscribe to the channel. Thank you once again, and cheers to value creation.